I need to fold the laundry, sure. Can you sleep? No? So I've got some magnetic tape and they snap together. Really cute in Carlisle, which is really exciting. As always, I'm trying to be really quiet because my baby is asleep and it's still a bit hit and miss as to whether he naps or not, so I'm just trying to make the most of it. But I have lots and lots of pins ready to go in the big box, posted and sent off so they can set up the shop. The shop isn't actually set up yet. They are hoping to open. This is very dark, isn't it? There we go. They're hoping to open within the next few weeks. Their brand new shop. And hello. It is Friday the 13th of October, and I was just doing some chores. My delivery came, so I thought I would show you what the agenda looks like and the other stuff that I got. I like his costume. This is what the agenda looks like. Oh my gosh. Ooh. And it is the same size as the one I am using. So that's pretty good. Not a lot of surface area for stickers, but that's okay. And I can actually just buy refills of this if I wanted and just keep the black cover. So yeah, really liking the size because it's quite portable and it has my weekly layout with a lot of lines and stuff and areas to write some notes down. I think it does. It's American though, so it doesn't show the Canadian holidays, but that's fine. That is okay. So yeah, this is what the agenda looks like. I'm probably gonna take the sticker off. The other thing I got was a Halloween costume. It wasn't very expensive, and I thought it could serve multiple purposes because it's just a onesie with like bat wings. So these are the arms, and it has bat wings, and then it's a hoodie with some little bat ears. And it's unfortunately a snap at the bottom, which is fine. And it's too big for him right now, but that's okay. So I thought he could just use this again anyway when he grows up. It's just a regular outfit, but it works well for Halloween. So that's what I got, cute little bat outfit. And the other thing I got was for my friend and I, if she's interested. I saw these socks and they weren't too expensive. Oh no, where's the other one? So they're really cheap made, but it's cute. I saw these socks online that are like for couples. They have eyes and hands, and if you like stand beside your friend, they hold hands. Okay, let's try it again. So this is one pair, and they hold hands. So if your friend is wearing, you can probably make this at home. I don't know why I bought it, but if your friend is wearing the other pair, which is the black one, they don't hold the hands. I asked my boyfriend if he wanted it instead of my friend and I, and he's like, not my thing, which is fine. So yeah, really cute if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend, partner, and they're into that kind of cute like couple stuff. I never buy these things, but I thought my friend and I would. I hope she likes it. Maybe she'll wear it. I don't know. I like it, but if nobody likes it, I'll wait for this guy to grow up and he'll wear it with me. So yeah, that's what I got. I thought I'd film a couple clips while I can, but my boyfriend and I are going to get something for dinner. It's already like 4 or something like that. We usually eat around this time, so I'm gonna go downstairs and figure out what to get for dinner. We don't have much in our kitchen, so we're just gonna order something, but I don't know what yet. Yeah, let's go.
And ultimately, you will need to evaluate your own life and consider how best to implement. First, what is it? Secondly, why should I implement it? 3, how do I implement it? Is protocol good for and not good for? How long do the vegetables last? And protocol has a couple of key benefits. First, time saving. Bring your bag. And then fourthly, use them. Add these anytime you need aromatics in a supporting role.
Hello, so I thought I would include the sketching part of this October sticker sheet, this planned October sticker sheet. I'm not going to be releasing this physically until I guess next year, so I thought maybe I can collect some sticker sheets, make some every month or anytime I'm struck with some inspiration for a sticker sheet, because I just miss doing them. I used to do them every month and think up of a theme and kind of work with that theme and create a bunch of things like sticker sheet, notepads, and something else, and that was a really fun process and I miss doing that. So I designed a sticker sheet and I really like how it turned out. You'll see it at the, I guess, later on in the vlog. I did actually also film the coloring process that on Photoshop for this, but I didn't include it in this vlog because I thought it would be kind of boring. Plus I wasn't able to really get the full coloring from like blank to full colors because my computer started lagging. OBS was running and Photoshop was running, so, and my computer is already up there. I think it's more than 10 years old at this point, so I couldn't really film that. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so I was saying I designed the sticker sheet, but it's not going to be physically released maybe until next year, and I'm not even sure. I will be making it next year, like printing it out or sending it to a sticker printing company. Obviously I'm not doing it now because I don't have the funds to do print out sticker sheets, and also I shouldn't be making any money technically on EI. So yeah, I'm just gonna save these until I am able to sell them later, and I don't really care. I think it's just a fun exercise. If anyone's interested, I can release it like I did. I designed some notepads that I'll talk about in the vlog later, and those are on available for patrons and for YouTube members to download and print out if they want. Would anybody be interested in this sticker sheet being posted there, and you can print it out on sticker paper or print it out and cut out the images? If you're interested in that, I can do that too. I just find that it's not like the complete experience if it's not with you, if you don't get it as a sticker sheet. Anyway, so I feel like this turned out really well. I really liked the colors that I picked. I really enjoyed the illustrations that I made, or the little stickers that I made. I do the same process for all the past sticker sheets I've done, where I sketch it and then I use my Pilot fine liner to ink it, and then I transfer it to Photoshop and color it there. I usually clean up the lines with Adobe, what's it called, Illustrator, so the lines are smoother and cleaner than when they're just straight up scanned and cleaned up, because the scan has the texture of the pen, which sometimes is nice, but honestly I like both. I like both looks, but I'm going for the cleaner line art just so it's a little bit more clean, I guess. I still really like the look of the rough pen, but yeah, I'm going for the cleaner line look. Yeah, so I think my favorite illustration or my favorite sticker is her as a bat, and then the close second would be the cats and the cat babies or the kittens. And then after that, I think I really like how the mummy turned out. I posted some of the drawings I did here on Instagram, and people really liked the witch. I forgot about the witch that's farting. I like the witch that's farting too. But I think I like the bat more, or her dressed up as a bat more than the witch tooting. But when I posted it on Instagram, I got more likes than I usually do, so I think people really like that one, which I think is cool because it's kind of funny. And yeah, and it is the character here is based on the character that I've been drawing on my Instagram. You probably saw her if you are following me on my social media. So yeah, that's really all I had to say about the sticker sheet process. The illustrations came really fast because it's Halloween themed, so it's very easy to, I find it really easy to create content for Halloween because the theme is so clear. You can do Halloween, you can do spooky, but you could also add like an autumn or fall theme into that as well. I strictly stuck with more Halloween scary spooky stuff. I was thinking like what else. I think by the time I did the last illustration, I was trying to think of other things that was Halloween-y. And the last thing I drew is like a pumpkin spice latte, so I couldn't really think of any more by that point in time. And yeah, what else? I guess I can just talk about other things now, just to fill in a little bit of the time. I watched the new Netflix show by Mike Flanagan. The Fall of the House of Usher. Mike Flanagan did Midnight Mass. He did The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor. I really enjoyed The Haunting of Hill House. Bly Manor was not that great for me. I feel like it focused too much on the romance. I'm already forgetting, but that's what I remember. It focused too much on the romantic aspect of it, and I really liked more of the scares in Haunting of Hill House. I like how he scatters these ghosts in the background. I love looking for them. It's like a puzzle. It's really fun. Anyway, The Fall of the House of Usher is... It was okay. There wasn't as much scares as I wanted. There was one scare that was really good. It's the one with the telltale, based on the story of the Telltale Heart. So if you watch it, basically each episode, I guess, is based on an Edgar Allan Poe poem. And all the characters are based on that. Each episode is based on one story. The only Edgar Allan Poe poem that I know is the Telltale Heart. So, but yeah, and I found it okay. It wasn't scary. I found the writing and dialogue a little bit on the nose because I don't know. I hope these are not spoilers, but it's basically based on a rich family who deals with pharmaceuticals. So pharmaceuticals, kind of known to, they can be suspicious. They can be like evil and stuff. So very rich family based who do pharmaceuticals and stuff like that. So they're like quote unquote evil. But yeah, they're rich, and I just found it, a lot of what they talked about, to be on the nose. Sometimes the swearing in it was a little bit too much. Like, it was obvious they were trying to be like, this person is really badass, the way they talk. The Madeline, the character, if you watch it in her younger version, she was like, I'm a bad girl, I'm a bad person, the way I act, I'm bad, I have this cigarette that I'm twirling in my fingers. I just found it a little bit too on the nose, to the point that it was a little bit kind of amusing, because it was so obvious. Certain characters are like, this character's like this because they do this, they had drive a really fancy car, they wear jewels and stuff, and you're just like, yeah, we know they're a bad person, and we know that they are rich, we know they're flawed. It was just too on the nose, I found. But if you're looking for something to watch that's spooky, it's not bad. It's not my thing, but I watched it all because I was looking for things to watch as I was nursing and taking care of my baby. So it was good. It wasn't bad. The other Mike Flanagan one that I liked actually was Gerald's Game. I did not mind that at all. I really liked that one. So Haunting of Hill House and Gerald's Game, all of these I think are available on Netflix. I think he has like a contract with Netflix. But yeah, I watched that recently. I don't think I watched anything else. Nope. It's only been like a week since the last vlog, so the only thing I watched that was new was the new episode of The Changeling, which I really like the vibe of that show and what it is, but I still don't know exactly where it's going. It's very mysterious, which I like, and and very well made. But at this point, still, it's like 6 or 7 episodes in. I still don't know exactly where they're going. It's based on a novel that I haven't read, so maybe I should read the novel or kind of look up the novel, but I'm kind of enjoying the ride of figuring out where it's going. But if it drags on for too long, or if it gets to the last episode of the season where no questions have been answered, or they're just hinting at something, that kind of is a pet peeve of mine with a lot of shows and stuff, and movies too, if it doesn't get to the point. There's a certain amount of like mystery for shows and books and stuff, but if it gets to the point where it's just like, it's been so long that you haven't really found anything out, then that kind of annoys me. But so far I'm enjoying the ride of The Changeling. What do you guys think if you started watching that show? What do you guys think of The Fall of the House of Usher? The one before that was Midnight Mass, which I liked, but there was certain episodes where I was like fast forwarding the monologue. I think he's known for writing really long monologues and like one shots of characters just like monologuing, and Midnight Mass had so much of that. Haunting of Hill House had that, but not as much as Midnight Mass, I found. And the Fall of the House of Usher doesn't have that as much, and it's a little bit more punchy, so maybe you'll like that a little bit better. We're towards the end of this not speed painting but real-time sketching video, sketching part of the vlog, so I don't know what else to say. What is your favorite drawing that I made in this collection? I guess you can wait until you see the final sticker sheet, which will be the next scene after this actually. If you watched The Fall of the House of Usher, let me know what you thought about it. I would love to know your thoughts. If I'm crazy, maybe I'm just too picky with my shows nowadays. I still enjoyed it, and it's really well produced, so he had quite a bit of budget for it. There was one maybe I shouldn't talk about it because no, it's not spoilery. There's one part where there's a cat, and the cat, instead of using a real cat that they trained to walk around, was obviously a CGI cat. And I miss the times when they actually used real animals when they're filming stuff, but it was just so obvious that it was a fake cat, CGI cat, that it like took me out. But anyway, there were a lot of scenes in that show where it took me out. But yeah, so that's all I'm gonna say. Here's me drawing the pumpkin spice latte, and then I did include a little bit of the portion of me outlining with my Pilot fine liner, one of my favorite pens. Unfortunately, it is not waterproof. It's right here. It's not waterproof, but I really love the felt tip of it. It's soft, but it's firm. It's just the right thickness and size for the lines that I like, and it's not tapered, so you can't really get like a tapered end when you're drawing with this. I like the consistent thickness and line thickness of this Pilot, so I really love it. I bought a bunch of it. I think somebody gifted me a pack of them a couple years ago, and I'm still going through that pack, so thank you so much to that person who gifted. I don't know if they're still watching my vlogs by this point in time, but I'm still working through them. This is a great pen. It's also great if you're gonna be writing notes, so I recommend it if you're writing notes. You like a pen like this, like a felt tip. But I love it for inking my stickers. This is exclusively what I use for inking my stickers. Anyway, I will see you guys later on in the vlog. Hope you enjoyed this portion, and yeah, see you in the next clip. Good afternoon. It is Saturday, October 14th, and I'm working on a sticker sheet. Yeah, I was working on this. I'll show you guys in the vlog. I'm gonna do October, and then maybe I'll do December next month. So that's what I was thinking last night. So I'm gonna continue painting this or coloring this in, and I'm gonna go back to motherly duties at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I have a couple hours to just work on this. So that's what I will be doing while having my coffee. Wearing my headphones. Okay, here's the final sticker sheet. Let me put it up on the monitor. I guess I could put it up on the screen for better color look or vantage. But yeah, here is the sticker sheet, and I'm really happy with it. My favorite is the witch farting, but also I really like the bat. When she's wearing a bat costume, I couldn't let go of the bat costume and also her as a bat because I thought they were both really cute. So yeah, really happy with how this turned out. I used my old sticker sheets to reference colors because I know how those usually look printed out. I also made I posted this on Instagram. I also made a little notepad or little note thing that I might just release for patrons. But I don't know how I feel about it. I need to sit down and kind of think about it. It looks a little bit too busy with the candy corn, so I don't know. I might have to pick different illustrations with it, but what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think? So yeah, my release, the design I end up with for patrons and also YouTube members. And yeah, so what do you want, dark? And you can print it out, use it. I might even post a sticker sheet so you can print it out on sticker paper and cut out the stickers if you really want to. So anyway, yeah, I might have to sit on this a little bit more, but I have to go downstairs. It is way hotter today. Oh, at least I feel warm in this sweater. Let me just exit stuff. Turn my lights off down here. I know it's time to go downstairs because I am leaking from my boobs. I read that that can, what's that word? I read that that stops happening after breastfeeding for a while, but it hasn't even been 3 months. So I do so much laundry because I just constantly leak breast milk. TMI. But I thought it was really fascinating. I never thought, that's never happened to me before, obviously, because I've never had children until now. But like, I do so much laundry and I hate wearing bras because I did not purchase a bra that fits me right now. Plus I don't like the feeling of it since breastfeeding because my boobs are really sensitive, so I just kind of leak all the time on my shirts, and I'm glad that breast milk does not stain, so I just do a lot of laundry, but it's not comfortable. Nobody ever told me about this. I never knew that how uncomfortable it can be. I just need to buy, Joy, you just need to buy a good nursing bra and put nursing pads on. My friend, sorry again if this is TMI, my friend, before I gave birth, she had a child and she's like, you know, these are really helpful. Have these, and it's a box of nursing pads, which are basically like pads that you put on your boobs, so when you leak, you don't leak all over the place or on your shirts and stuff. And I was like, huh? Oh well, I guess I'll use it. I never really thought that how helpful they were. So I use them when I go out, but at home I just free leak. Jesus. Ugh. It is 10 o'clock and I finished working on the notes, so I'll show you what they look like. I made 4 different iterations or different designs. So, okay, so I'll start with this one. So this one's a dotted one with the mummy drawing and a cup of pumpkin spice drink. This one is grid style. This one is the bat with regular lines, and then this one is a blank one with the candy corn and pumpkins. So I posted these on YouTube if you're a YouTube member, and if you're a patron of mine, you can download these and print them out, and you can use them however you want to. If you do use them, please tag me. I would like to see. So yeah, you can use these. I also okay, I showed you guys this one. But yeah, so these were the notes. This is how they ended up looking like. Maybe tomorrow, if I have some time, I'll print them out and kind of see what they look like. They're they're quite small. So yeah, but it's 10 o'clock, so I would like to shower before I go back to my motherly duties again. But yeah, which one's your favorite? I really like how the grid one looks because it's simple, and I love grid layouts. But I think this one turned out really nicely as well, so yes. The dot one is really simple because I only have this mummy, and it doesn't really match any of the other drawings, but yeah, I really like the grid one too. Okay. Anyway, it's now 10:07 and I'm just here kind of spacing out in front of the computer before I go back downstairs or have my shower. But I was just watching a couple minutes of the previous vlogs that I've uploaded, basically around the time when I was like the biggest and about to like have the baby. And it's kind of crazy just watching it. I'm glad I took a couple clips of myself, a few videos. I do have some pictures, and I have like my update video that I filmed, and I'm glad I did film that because it's kind of crazy to see. I feel like I've already forgotten a lot of it, especially baby kicks and movements, like when they move in your belly. I already forgot how that felt like, and I remember it being one of the best things that in that experience. Some women find it really creepy and kind of gross feeling, but I remember just loving that part of my day where I would just go downstairs and sit on the couch or lie down and just feel him move. And also like in when he'd wake me up when I'm sleeping, just moving around. And now he's outside, like even better, he's outside and he's moving around. But I don't forget the pain though. I forget some of it. I forget the physical feeling of that pain, but I don't but I remember it being painful. Most of my pain is gone now. I have a little bit of back pain, but I think that's just because I was carrying him for like so long that my back is a little bit weak. Hopefully it'll get better once I am able to start exercising. I could stretch, but I'm so afraid of stretching out my incision, so I want to see the doctor first before I do any big stretches. But my knee pain is gone. I sleep so comfortably now. It's kind of insane. It's more comfortable sleeping now than when I was pregnant, which is, I guess, obvious. But yeah, I was just watching those videos, so I sound like such a mom. I missed the baby when he was moving in my belly. But yeah, I'm so glad my knee pain is gone. That was one of the worst parts, and also the pelvic pain. Oh, I was so glad that was gone once he was out. Like immediately I was able to lie down without any pain. Anyway, I should shower and stop reminiscing about things. It is Sunday, 2:30 in the afternoon, October 15th, and I'm chewing some gum. I printed out the little memo notes that I made up. So these I printed out with my Epson printer, which is running out of ink, black ink, so it won't let me print unless I change the cartridge, which is annoying. But they turned out really nice. So this is the candy corn one, this is the bat one, and then these I had to print out with my my brother printer, so it's a laser printer instead of an inkjet, but they turned out really nice too. The color is a little bit off on the laserjet, but it still looks really nice. So yeah, I'm gonna use these for myself. So they are available, like I said, for you to print out, do whatever you like with them. If you are a patron or if you are a YouTube member, and if you do, please tag me. I'm gonna use these myself. I think they turned out really nice. The grid one, I thought the grid was too big, but it's actually not so bad. Maybe I could lessen the opacity of the grids a little bit more because they're quite prominent. But I think they're really cute. I especially really like this one. I just like clear notes. I don't really prefer lines or anything. Just like this one. This one has a line. But yeah, they're so cute. You know what's gonna up the quality? Rounded corners. I cut off a little bit of the artwork. Let me try it on the... Yeah, I should have added some bleed. It's a bit too close to the drawings, but this is just for my use, so... So much better. Yeah, so it's a little close to the artwork in some cases, like it's cutting off the candy corn here, and the cat's foot gets cut off. So I didn't really add the bleed, but so cute. I need to find a reason to write on these. Maybe I'll do my to-do list for tomorrow. today is pretty much, I'm not doing much today. I'm so happy with these. And then there's a sticker sheet that I can't make, but it's in reserves. So cute. It is 9 o'clock. I just remembered I drew this sketch, so I flattened it, or I did the layer for just the flat watercolor wash. And I need to let this dry before I work on it, so I'll probably render it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it to dry underneath a heavy book or something like that, but pretty lazy Sunday today, which is fine. I didn't really intend to do much today. These are my jeans. Vaseline face Joy here. I have a driving lesson tomorrow, so I don't really want to do too much tonight. I'm gonna make this a lazy Sunday, so I'm just gonna hang out here, drink the rest of my tea, and then go downstairs and just hang out with the family. Did I say I have my driving lesson tomorrow? Yes, I have my driving lesson tomorrow, and I need to be ready for that. Usually around 10 a.m. I don't time too much my baby's feedings. I just roughly know that every 2 hours or so he gets hungry, so I have to be ready to feed him. And then after I feed him, I have to soothe him. Soothing either means he wants to go straight back to sleep, so I have to soothe him to sleep, or he wants to play a little bit more before he gets sleepy. So I don't know what the 10 a.m. is gonna be like tomorrow, but I'm gonna try and push it to like feed him before I go, basically, so I can hand him off to my boyfriend to take care of for that hour or so that I'm away. But yeah, a lot more planning and scheduling is needed when you have a child, which is not that bad right now, because we don't really go out too much anyway. Plus we don't really want to go out too much because he hasn't gotten his first round of immunization shots yet. So once he gets those shots, then we are more likely to go out, but we never really go out anyway. We're pretty much homebodies. So yeah, my skin update, even though you probably don't care, my skin is dry as hell. I remember towards the end of pregnancy, my skin was so nice. I didn't get any breakouts, no acne, and my skin was dry in the beginning of pregnancy, and then it got better towards the end, even though I couldn't really enjoy it because I was in so much pain. But the dryness is back. I haven't had any breakouts yet, I think because my hormones are still settling down. I'm still taking my prenatal because I'm breastfeeding, and I think part of the reason why my skin was so good is because I drank so much water, even though I had to pee like every 5 minutes. I drank a lot of water because I was basically thirsty, and also water was like the cure-all for a lot of my ailments, like a lot of my pain, constipation, my headaches. If I drank enough water and I stay hydrated enough, then that wasn't really a problem. So I think it was partly because I was so hydrated that my skin was so good. So I'm trying to keep that up, and thankfully now I can actually hold my pee and not have to pee every 5 minutes. That was the thing that I really hated, was going to pee every 5 minutes or less, and whenever I did go pee, nothing would come out, or like a droplet would come out. It was messed up. I remember right after my C-section, and they told me to go pee out, because when you get a C-section, they put a catheter in you, and you have a catheter for quite a while, that your bladder, this is how the nurse explained it to me, but your bladder is in shock and you can't actually go pee. Your brain says go pee, but your muscles don't, but your peeing muscles don't kind of jive. So it takes a while for that ability to pee to come back. And I remember I sat down in the toilet because I felt like I needed to go pee, but I couldn't. And I was so afraid that maybe I got messed up or something like that, and I couldn't pee. So I sat there for like 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, but I sat there for a while, and I went back out to the hospital bed. And then when the nurse came, I was like, I tried to pee, but I couldn't. And then she explained to me why. And then she said later, but before you leave the hospital, you gotta pee, because if you don't pee, we're gonna shove that catheter back in you, because it's dangerous, you can't pee. And I was like, no, I don't want the catheter to go back in me. No, I don't. So I was like trying so hard whenever I went to the washroom, I would try and pee. And eventually I did. And when I did, this is where the story is going. And when I did go pee, I was like, wow, that's a lot of pee. Because it's been months since I was able to pee that much in one sitting. This is TMI, but I thought that was really crazy. I didn't know that your bladder or your that system goes in shock because of the catheter. That's crazy to me. I also saw my pee in a bag, so, and it was this is extra TMI. The nurses would come in and check in on me, and then they look at the bag and they're like, you need to drink more water, because my pee was so yellow in the bag. What an experience, honestly. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now, and I will catch up with you guys in the next clip.
I think this is good. So you're about to break. You're about to go on. We're looking for a dragon throw. This is a way out for a dragon throw right now. It's just I recognize based on the level
Good afternoon. It is Tuesday, October 17th at 12:24 in the afternoon, and I'm just working on this, rendering this. But before I get into that, I'm going to do my labor and delivery story now, so we can get that over with, and I did promise. So I'm just gonna make sure I got sufficient lighting. I think that's okay. It could look better. Maybe put the brightness down a bit. Oh, that ray of light. It's so pretty over here. Anyway, okay, so I guess I'll start with when I was admitted to hospital. So I think almost a week after my last vlog clip where I said I had a I forget what you call it already. I'm starting to forget terms already, and I just went through that experience. Yes, some of my mucus plug came out. Almost a week after that, I was admitted to hospital because the morning when I was admitted, I felt a gush of liquid in my underwear, and it didn't really look like I had broken my water. It was more discharge than I thought it was going to be, and it happened to me actually. It's been happening a couple days before that day. So I was like, maybe my water has broken, but not completely, because unlike in the movies I've read, it doesn't really like dramatically gush out of you. It's very rare that it does that. And usually they break your water when you are admitted to hospital and you actually had contractions already. Anyway, so we decided to go to the hospital. That was about 5:30 or 6 in the morning. We registered at the labor and delivery area of the hospital, and then I was assessed. So when they assessed me, they checked if I actually did break my water, and they did that. So they just inserted a couple of fingers in there, and then they said, yep, your water did break, but not completely, so we're gonna admit you, because if your water breaks, it's usually you're prone to infection, and that's not good for you or the baby. So they decided to admit me. Once they admitted me, they started inducing me. So they pumped me up with some hormones, oxytocin, to, you know, start the uterus into contracting so the baby can be pushed down into the delivery canal. So I was on increasing dosages of oxytocin. Probably I was admitted, that probably started around 9 a.m. It took a while for me to be assessed by the OB. So around 9 a.m. they started my oxytocin, and they slowly ramped that up until about the next morning. I started feeling contractions maybe around 11 or 12, and they got stronger and stronger. When the OB came in to check me, I was at 3 centimeters, and I did feel contractions, and the best way I can describe them was it's like you needed to go shit really badly. That was how I felt them anyway. It felt like I needed to go number 2 really bad, and it was so painful. I did go to the washroom once and thought maybe I really needed to go, but it was not. It was contractions. So it was that feeling of needing to go poop. Really strong constipation for me, and it was quite painful. And I was connected to the machines, and my boyfriend could see the levels of pain I was experiencing. At some point I reached 100. So yeah, contractions. They checked, I was at 3 centimeters, and it had already been like a few hours. I can't remember the timeline exactly, but it had already been quite a while, and my oxytocin was already quite high, and I was only at 3 centimeters. And I decided to take the epidural by that point in time, because I just thought, like, with the amount of time that I've been dilating, it's gonna take longer. So I'm just gonna take the epidural. Got the epidural, wasn't really that bad. The anesthesiologist who put the epidural stuff in me was really nice, explained everything, and he said that the worst part would probably be the bee sting, because they put like a freezing agent down in your spine before they put the wires for the epidural in. So he's like, ready, and then I actually didn't feel that much pain. The worst was I had to hold my position and not move for the length of time he was installing the epidural stuff, and that took about 10 minutes. So I had to stay very still for 10 minutes, and they timed it at a time when I was not feeling a contraction. Although when he was putting the epidural in, I did start feeling a contraction starting, but I was able to hold it. I think that was the worst part, just like holding my position and staying still for 10 minutes while contractions were happening. And my legs basically were falling asleep because I had to stay in like a really awkward position. You basically had to really bend over while your legs were straight out. Anyway, that was the worst part of that epidural. So once the epidural was in, it took like a couple minutes to start, and then I just did not feel any contractions whatsoever. I did not feel any cervical checks, because they check you to see how much you've dilated, and when they cervical check you, they shove fingers in there, so I don't feel that at all. So that was great. It's no joke when mamas say that they got the epidural and it was like pain instantly gone. I could still move my legs a little bit, and I could still feel some sensation in my legs, but like I wasn't completely frozen. But in terms of just like contractions, I did not feel that. Okay, so I had my epidural, and they kept increasing the oxytocin to dilate me some more. I stalled at 7 centimeters, which was at around 4 a.m. the next morning. So we've been there like for a while, and I think I had been laboring for like 12 or so hours. By the time the doc checked me again at 6 a.m., I was still at 7 centimeters. So basically, I was not progressing. I was not, my cervix was not getting bigger for the baby to pass through. Baby was doing fine. They were assessing his heart rate throughout the whole time, and it was fine. He was pretty happy and content in there. It was only at one point where where his heartbeat really went, sorry, he's crying, where his heartbeat really went up, where they were a bit concerned about that. So, but that passed, and he was just like happy as a clam to stay inside me until whenever. So yeah, so about 6 a.m. did not progress, and the doctor suggested that I go for a C-section. And by that point in time, both of my boyfriend and I were like really tired, and I had been laboring for a while, and I said, yeah, okay, we'll do the C-section. I actually don't know what else could have happened if I decided, you know what, doc, I don't want to go through a C-section. Are there any other ways for me to get baby out? And by that time, I didn't really think too much because I was tired. And if I guess if I had asked, they would suggest like other ways to get baby out, either increase more of the oxytocin that they were giving me, or maybe give me some other kind of hormone to just really progress my dilation. They would have suggested a more mechanical way, which is, I think they would insert like a balloon or something in me to, yeah, I don't know, but C-section it is. So I signed the papers when I was groggy at like 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, 6 or so in the morning, and then they wheeled me into the operating room, and I had a C-section. C-section was not that bad for me. The worst was I got the shakes. I was really shivering, like teeth chattering, and that's a side effect of like increasing the epidural. And honestly, the C-section wasn't bad at all. My boyfriend came in there after they had prepped me, and he was by my side as they were taking baby out, and he is more traumatized than me sitting through that C-section. I basically did not see anything. They had a nice sheet in front of me. I did not hear anything. I didn't feel anything. The only thing I felt was tugging, because they basically cut a bunch of layers, right? And then they have this hole where they pull the baby out. It's not that big of a hole. So when they take baby out, they gotta yank him out in there. So when I was laying, like, they had my arms on my sides. When I was laying like that, I'm like getting jolted from when they're pulling the baby out. And yeah, my boyfriend was like, I'd really not want to experience that or see that again. So yeah, he's basically traumatized more than me from the C-section. And then yeah, so once they were done, baby was out, he cried, and I still had the side effects of shivering for about 10-15 more minutes until I went to recovery. I was able to hold my baby right after, soon after anyway, because I did kind of, just from all the medications and stuff that was pumped in me, I did vomit like on the operating table. So they had to like help me out before they could give me the baby, and make sure the shakes aren't too bad so I don't drop the baby when they give me him. So yeah, so that was it, and they wheeled me into the recovery room. They watched me for about an hour or so. I already started nursing then because we were skin to skin, so I already got my first instructions on how to nurse the baby. We were out of it. My boyfriend and I were so out of it by that point. I am impressed that I was able to hold my child as I was shivering and like did not have any sleep. I basically didn't have any sleep since we were admitted to hospital. I did sleep while I was in laboring with my epidural. I maybe had a stretch of like an hour or two, but really no sleep. Sorry, he's crying. Okay, he should be settled now. I don't remember where I was. I guess I was talking about how surprised I was of myself that I was able to function without any sleep, because I basically did not sleep on the first night when I had him. So I gave birth, the C-section, and then it was morning time, and morning went by so fast because I was just basically learning how to nurse. The nurses were coming in and teaching me how to latch him. They were checking on me, they were checking on baby, and yeah, I was running on no sleep. They brought some meals for me because I didn't eat at all since starting the epidural the day before. So I basically had to work up to eating bigger meals. So I started with like a banana or something like that, something really small. But I wasn't hungry. I knew I was hungry, but I wasn't hungry at the same time because I was busy with my baby, trying to feed him, trying to learn. And my milk hasn't come in yet, so I was just basically feeding him on like little beads of colostrum that came out of me. So he was really frustrated because he's hungry, and he was crying. He wasn't crying a lot in the beginning. He was crying more on the night. Like once nighttime came and he was like hungrier, he was crying so much, but like I could only do so much. And that night too is when I had to, well, I guess not night. It was like 4 o'clock. in the afternoon when I had to get up after having major abdominal surgery, because they recommended I stand up and walk around as soon as possible after I have my C-section. So I will never forget the nurse who helped me up to walk to the washroom and help me take my first few steps after a major surgery. I've never had major surgery before, so it wasn't that bad. I remember telling her before I got up from the bed, please tell me what to expect, what to expect and what we're gonna do. And she's like, it's gonna be painful, but we're gonna walk to the washroom together. I will help you up. So she helped me up. I immediately felt dizzy, and she's like, okay, sit down, have some juice. We had some juice, and then we just walked up to the washroom. She's like, you can hold your belly if you want, if you feel like it, because it feels like stuff is coming out of you, your guts. So I did hold my belly, and we made our way to the washroom. My mom was actually there for the first night because my boyfriend did not have any sleep, and he is a person who needs sleep to function properly. So I told him to go home. He went home, my mom took over and helped me out that first night, and like, it was really helpful having somebody there. So I'm glad, and I'm glad that my boyfriend can have some sleep, because he was gonna come back the next day to help me out. He wouldn't be any use to me if he was running on no sleep like me. So yeah, yeah, and then the rest is there's so much more that I can cover, but that's basically how my labor and delivery was. It was mostly smooth. Oh, I actually had to stay, we had to stay another night because I had really low blood iron levels, so I lost a lot of blood on the operating table. So they wanted to monitor my iron levels before they discharged me. So they gave me like 1 iron pill or something like that, and then by the next day we were able to go home. I really wish we didn't have to stay, but just for the safety of me and the safety of baby, we had to stay another day or another night. He did lose a lot of weight right after he was born, which is normal because that's what happens when you give birth to a baby. I didn't know that they lose quite a bit of weight afterwards, because either you're waiting for your milk to come in, or they just lose weight because they're having a hard time adjusting to life outside of the womb, and they don't know how to eat. They got to learn how to like suck and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, yeah, I can't think of any other details. My battery's running out. I feel like my camera's getting old and it's not holding a charge anymore, so oh no. But I'll charge this, and then I'll think of other things that happened. Hello, it is the next morning, Wednesday, October 18th at about 11:30, and I'm just working on the new little sketch here. My goal for today is to really take film if I can for vlogs, and then start editing the vlog for going up on Friday. Thursday I'm going to be busy. I'm going to be caught up. I have to go to my doctor's appointment. It's going to be my 6-week postpartum checkup, and I'm a little bit nervous for that. So, but before I go to the appointment, I have to do a lot of things, which basically means I just have to make sure my baby is settled before I leave, and my partner will be taking care of him, so I need to make sure he has enough milk when I'm gone. So I'll probably be tied up, so I don't know how much I'll get to film tomorrow. Maybe I will, I'm not sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna use one of the little memo notes that I printed out, because I'm like saving it for some reason. But let's use, I'm gonna use this bat one for my to-dos today. Okay, let's put the date on here. October 18th. And then to do. So I need to vlog clips. do, what am I gonna do? Vlog clips, start vlog edit. I need to finish up the sketch, so I'll just write it in sketch. And I don't know if I'll get to paint it tonight. If I finish the sketch, then I'll get to paint it tonight, but I'm not sure. So I won't put that in there, but I'm going to put pump. I need to leave some milk for tomorrow. So those are it for now that I can think of. Very light. I was hoping to make a cake today because I bought some ingredients for the carrot cake that I made in like the last vlog. I really liked it. We really liked it, and so I was going to do it again, but I don't know if I'll have the time to do that today. So I got 4 things in my cute little to-do list. You see that? Vlog clips, start vlog edit, what's this? I can't read and I forgot already. Sketch and pump. Cool. So I'll leave that here on my desk. Okay, it's now 12 o'clock and I just finished the sketch, so maybe I can put on my list paint sketch. Yay. Cool. You know what, I'm gonna check off vlog clips because I am filming vlog clips. Hehe. Hello, I'm reading the book. So, if people are actually sleeping in there, it's a great night for sleeping. It must be in the air. Whoa, look at them sleep. It's a great night for snores. I just had a report of some boys who are cops in this musical sport. The snoriest snorers in all of our fair land are Snorter McPhail and his Snort band. Smell on your nose. This band can snore Dixie and Old Swanee River so loud it would make 40 elephants shiver. Can you believe that? The loudest of all the boys is McPhail. He snores with his head in a 3-gallon pail. So they snore in a cave 20 miles out of town. If they snored closer in, they would snore the town down. What the heck? Oh, do you know who's asleep out in Funa Laguna? 2 very nice Funa Laguna baboona. Are you a baboona? We've added them into our Who's Asleep count, which has grown to a really amazing amount. Exactly 8,808,000 creatures are sleeping now. Isn't that great? Yeah. You should sleep too. Look at that. A jet is in bed, and the bed of a jet is the softest of beds in the world, it is said. It is Thursday afternoon, 12:20, October 19th. I am editing the vlog right now. I have to do a commentary over the sticker drawing process. So I'm gonna do that, but I wanted to see where I'm at in terms of clips. I have my doctor's appointment today, so I want to get this done before I leave for that because I'm not sure what time I'll be back home. My appointment is in the evening, so I don't know when I'll be back to finish up everything. So hopefully I can get that done today. Nothing really to update. Yesterday was a bit of a jumble because I got busy taking care of the child. He was a little bit fussy with sleep, so I wasn't sure what was going on. So all day I was just kind of playing with him and trying to get him to have some nice naps before he went down to actually sleep at night. Thankfully it wasn't that bad because he actually slept through the night. Not through the night, but he slept okay through in the night. So I was just worried that he wasn't sleeping in the day, that his night sleep is gonna get messed up, but it wasn't that bad. I had some sleep last night, woke up, and I'm editing the video. So let me just see where I'm at with the vlog edit, and then I'll update you before I head to my doctor's appointment. I did it. It's 2 o'clock and I'm gonna wrap up the vlog now. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I tried to balance the art stuff and the new mommy life stuff as much as I can because I think it's interesting. It's like a nice break and it's a nice dichotomy to see if I can actually do my art at the same time while taking care of this baby. I feel like it's gonna get harder as he gets older because he sleeps a lot more than he sleeps a lot right now, and he's probably gonna sleep less and less as he grows up. He's gonna be more mobile, he's gonna walk around more and like cause havoc. So I feel like, yeah, it'll be harder for me to vlog once he is older. So I'm just trying to see how much I can do while he's still immobile. Anyway, thank you guys again for watching. I'm kind of excited to leave the house. I'm gonna go to the doctor's appointment by myself, and the doctor is near a mall, so I'm gonna kind of walk around the mall either before or after my appointment, and it'll be nice. It'll just be me. So yeah, okay. Thank you guys again for watching. Have a great Friday. Have a great rest of your day, and have a good weekend. And I will hopefully see you in the next vlog. So, okay, bye.